NVIDIA is down almost 2% in pre-market trading today, and the reason is exactly what I told you on Saturday. The $100 billion deal with OpenAI was never real. But here's what none of the mainstream outlets are talking about. The stock is now down 12% from its all-time high. And there's a ticking time bomb looming for February 25th that could blow it up even further. Let's take a look at the numbers because this isn't just a particularly bad morning. And if I'm on my phone, it's because I'm glued to the stock ticker watching this price as I'm recording. So pre-market NVIDIA was trading at about $188, down from 191.13 close. That pre-market weakness has not rebounded. It is continuing despite a little bit of buy activity, which means the stock is off of its all-time high by 12%. And at this point, it's been range bound for months, which means it's in a range and it can't break loose out of it. It's still trading above the 200-day and 50-day moving average, which is exactly what it sounds like. You take the price for the last N number of days, you average it up, and that's a good indicator of where the floor for the stock should be. So that 200-day moving average is 167.76. But the 50-day moving average is 183.82. And as I've been watching it since market open, it's exactly 7:53 a.m. now. So in my time zone, that means market's been open for about 23 minutes so far. I've seen it not bounce below that, but bounce very close to 183. So it's very close to breaking that floor of the 50-day moving average. And even if it doesn't, it is certainly compressing. P/E ratio is 47x compared to the S&P 500. The average is 22x. So NVIDIA is trading with high speculation that it will go up, which is concerning given the OpenAI deal fall through and now the fallout in the stock price because of that. One Seeking Alpha analyst ran a model on it and got an intrinsic value for share price of just over $100, implying that it's overvalued by about double. Here's the part that Wall Street analysts won't put in their buy rating for the NVIDIA stock. They are printing their own paychecks. They are paying themselves, which is perpetuating this increase in stock price. So quick rundown of this circular financing if you're new here. NVIDIA proposes to invest $100 billion in OpenAI. This isn't a paycheck they give them. These are NVIDIA chips. So essentially what they're doing is they say, hey, Sam Altman, here's a check for $100 billion. Only condition on that check is you got to buy our chips with that $100 billion. And this is not a conspiracy theory. We actually have OpenAI's chief financial officer, Sarah Fryer, saying, quote, most of the money will go back to NVIDIA. So this is straight from the horse's mouth. They're also doing the same pattern with CoreWeave. That's a $3 billion equity position. Then they opened a $2.3 billion debt facility collateralized with NVIDIA chips to make more NVIDIA chips. So they're even funding their manufacturing operation this way. Same deal with XAI. That's a $2 billion investment, but Elon, with that $2 billion, you got to buy our chips. In September 2025, Yahoo Finance directly compared this to Global Crossing and Lucent from the dot-com bubble. I covered that a couple of videos ago, both of which went bankrupt after doing the exact same thing. Seaport Global has an analyst calling it, quote, bubble-like behavior. In Jensen's response, the typical politician BS that we've been hearing from him all weekend. Direct quote here, the idea that it is circular is ridiculous. No qualifiers, no actual defense, just it's ridiculous, an emotional argument. AI. So I said there's a February 25th ticking time bomb. What is that ticking time bomb? The real test is coming up. It's 23 days from now, and the market is not pricing in what I think is about to happen. On February 25th, NVIDIA will report their Q4 earnings, and the consensus is $65 billion revenue and 1.52 EPS. And for what it's worth, that number, because NVIDIA is involved in all of this stuff, it's quite incestuous. It's guided by NVIDIA themselves. So they've told Wall Street what number to expect. And the question is no longer, will they beat the number? Why would they give you a number that they're not going to beat? They always beat the number. The number in Q3, they beat it by 3.84%. The question is forward guidance. They have a couple things in play, and nobody really knows how it's going to turn out. The OpenAI deal is stalled, or at least they're trying to weasel their way out of the full $100 billion amount. What I covered in my last video, they are working very closely with a Chinese defense company to hook them up with chips that they can use in autonomous drones and dogs. But the political angle there, who knows if they're going to be even able to and sell those H200 chips to them. Then you have Google and Meta working on their own custom chip solutions. So are they even going to need NVIDIA? And so Jensen's going to have to face the music at some point. If he guides in that earnings call lower or even flat, their 47x P&E collapses. And if they even took a drop to 35x, that would put the stock at roughly $140, which is an insane drop. And the insanity of all of this is if you look at analyst ratings, 44 out of 50 analysts rate it strong buy with an average $255 price target. That's less than a month from now. And I'm looking at the ticker, it's 186.50 right now. How is that going to happen? So here's what is actually happening. NVIDIA built a $4.6 trillion company. Nobody disputes that. It is a generational company and it is very important. But they also built a circular web of financing that makes it impossible to accurately value the company because you don't know how much of the money they're throwing back into the system at themselves. The OpenAI deal cracking is the first sign that NVIDIA insiders are starting to get nervous. They're not comfortable with the size of these bets that the company is making. February 25th is going to tell us if the broader market cares. I think it does. If you want to understand why the deal fell apart in the first place, watch my video from Saturday. It runs through this real well. And then I also have one from Sunday detailing how Jensen tried to PR the situation when he was in Taiwan. You might have seen some headlines about that. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe. And I'm really trying to grow the channel right now. So if you have a friend that would be interested in this, please share the video link along with them. Thank you for watching.